In a recent development, the Peter Obi media team announced that Yunusa Tanko, who served as spokesperson for Peter Obi's presidential campaign, will step into the role of interim national coordinator of the Obidient movement. His appointment comes at a crucial time as the movement tries to solidify its base and ramp up its effort, both at home and abroad. But this leadership announcement is happening against the backdrop of intense infighting within the Labour Party, the very platform that gave rise to the movement during the 2023 elections. And thank you for joining us on Prime Time.
Thank you very much for having me. And good evening, Nigerians.
Good evening. Let's start with the fundamentals. I mean, what are the core objectives of the Obidient movement? Let's start from there. Is it purely supporting Peter Obi's presidential ambition, or is there a broader agenda to this movement?
Okay. Please forgive me. I will not sit here not responding to some of the things that...
We'll come to that, Mr. Felix Moka.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Of course, I'll give you the opportunity.
Please, I would really like to respond to some of the things. You would respond to that. But practically, the Obidient movement is about citizen engagement. Practically. And what is the citizen engagement? People believe that there is a need for good governance in Nigeria. We need a country that is based on fairness, equity, and justice for all. We need a country that the narrative will not be twisted in the interest of the person that is probably holding the position of power as we see today. Commitment to good leadership. And so that when you go outside this particular country, you'll be represented and you'll be seen as somebody that comes from an integrity-driven country. These are the principles that govern the Obidient movement. But also know that before it started, there must be a messaging. Though there was a decay in the system that had led to this particular belief. But then the messaging of His Excellency Peter Obi connected with the Nigerian people. And it cut across everywhere. And I keep on saying that also, that in every home, there is an Obidient. In fact, I'm bold to say that even in the presidency, there's an Obidient. That's why we said that the Obidient movement is actually larger than the party itself, because it is that gives strength to the Labour Party. Because I deliver a speech, I remember, in Edo State. I draw up a triangular shape of what the triangles really represent. You'll find out that we have our presidential candidate who, of course, translated that particular messaging. It was that message that led to about 12 million Nigerian youth registering, some of them coming from outside the country for the first time in the history of this country. And those who are already clamoring that they have done well were the people who are also the one maiming and intimidating those Nigerians who, for the first time, have decided to believe in a Nigeria because somebody has been able to speak to their conscience and their mind. And that is exactly how the Obidient movement was given birth to. But we understand that we cannot continue to remain as an amorphous organization because it will not give us the drive. The energy that is within the Obidient movement cannot be left in the hands of people just, scattered without being organized. Okay. And so therefore, this time around, we want to organize that particular, harnessing that particular energy, putting the right peg in the right hole so that we can be able to translate it into a winning position. So it is something that has started, that is to be achieved today and even beyond. Because if at the end of it all, we are able to achieve a mindset for Nigerians that good governance reigns supreme in the heart of everybody, I can tell you that probably the next set of leadership, which we believe that we'll be part of, will start giving us the dividend of democracy.